Welcome everybody. As you know, we have another beautiful season of football upon us. And me and my accomplice Chris here are here to welcome you with open arms to
What's your fantasy football league?
So with every football season, as we know, comes a beautiful, brand new fantasy football season. And we completed our draft, as many other people have, but when we look back on the video, we judged that it was much too boring to put on the internet. So we decided to wrap it up for you here, in the beautiful landscape of whatever destination you prefer. We're going to crack our beers.
Cheers.
To a brand new season of football.
Cheers, buddy. Alright, so the agenda for today is we'll be examining rounds 1 through 5.
1 through 5? But wait, what about 6 through 15?
Good call. We'll be making a second and third video examining the rest of the rounds.
Of course.
Alright, so this is how it's going to go down. We each are going to pick a good and a bad pick in each round. Let's introduce the teams. With the first overall pick, we have Forgetting Brandon Marshall, run by Little Roth.
With the next pick, we got Big Richie with Vic's dog.
Third overall, we have Armed Rodri, which is run by Michael.
Fourth overall, we have our little Asian friend, Peter, who's Rice Baby.
The fifth pick goes to the Big Tabowski, who's run by Ian.
Number 6, we have the guy who's probably going to win the league, and I'm not having favoritism here. It is The Bold and the Beautiful by yours truly, Sean.
The next pick is On Like Nadumakong.
Nadamacon?
Nadamukong.
Unlike Sub.
Okay, well it's run by G.
The next, we have The Placebo Effect, which is run by our big boy, Brendan.
The second to last pick is run by yours truly, and my team name is Never Go Asamuga to Mouth.
Rounding up the draft at number 10, we got another little Asian friend named Trevor, who's got Andy Reid's wasted timeouts. This is the format that our team's rosters will follow.
Round 1, baby.
Alright, let's get this started. Round 1. The best pick I have, and it wasn't a favorite pick, I swear, I took Marshawn Lynch. I had 6th overall pick. I was shocked he dropped to me. Megatron went before CJ Spiller. Spiller really threw me off, so I was just jacked. I had to get it, and then to shove it in Brendan's face, I really had to. What do you got, Chris?
I gotta agree with you. Unfortunately, you got the good pick of that draft. I mean, Marshawn Lynch, like you said, CJ Spiller before Lynch, and Calvin Johnson went 3rd overall. I mean, Calvin Johnson is going to go in the first round, but 3rd overall, I don't think so.
He's really good though, so I'm going to give him a little pass, but not Spiller. So, my worst pick of the round, it's a little bit off the board. I took LaShawn McCoy just because of the injury problems, and you had like Alfred Morris and Jamal Charles there still. So I thought, it's a bit of a risk. It could pay off, but I thought it wasn't for me. I chose McCoy.
That's not bad. I think my bad pick goes to CJ Spiller. Like we said earlier, I mean, he can't go before Marshawn Lynch. And it just doesn't make sense. Maybe if you can pick him up in like the 8th, 9th, 10th pick, then you'll be fine, but at the 5th, I don't think so.
On to round 2. Okay, so round 2, I thought it was a pretty good round. I mean, I took, for the best pick, I took AJ Green, just because he was, with CJ going already, Kelvin Johnson, Megatron. He was the best receiver there. Why not grab him? I thought it was a pretty good pick in my eyes.
Well, unfortunately, I have to disagree with what you said about AJ Green being the best available wide receiver. Coming from a Cowboys fan, I gotta say, forgetting Brandon Marshall getting Dez Bryant in the last pick in the 2nd round is a steal. Now he has Adrian Peterson and Dez Bryant, and wait till you see what he gets in round 3.
My worst pick, I thought it was still a pretty good round. I took Stephen Ridley. I thought Gore was still there. It was a little bit of a drop off afterwards, but I mean, it was a hard pick. But I took Stephen Ridley just because.
Yeah, you know what? I was debating between him and Chris Johnson. I just don't see Chris Johnson as an elite running back anymore. So seeing Chris Johnson get picked 8th overall in the 2nd round, I don't know. I think he could have dropped into the 3rd round.
That's a really good unnamed beer. I just want you to know that.
All right, round 3. Let's go. So my good pick for round 3 is going to Forgetting Brandon Marshall. Yes, I gave him Des Bryant last round, and now I'm giving him Brandon Marshall. He certainly didn't forget about Brandon Marshall, so now he's got a wicked receiving core with Des Bryant and Brandon Marshall.
Not bad. I had actually a pretty big tie. So what I have is Tom Brady and... Okay. I have Tom Brady. Yes, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning went before him. But I thought Tom Brady in the middle of the 3rd round after Peyton Manning? No, I thought that was a pretty big pick for the Big Tabowski. And also Jimmy Graham. He went at the end of the 3rd. Big pick, calm down. He's just fantasy gold, tight end, best of the bunch, not Tony G. And yeah, those are my 2 ties.
All right, well, I got Jimmy Graham on my list too. Unfortunately, he's made it on the bad list. I mean, come on, a tight end, the first tight end to get picked, and it was at the end of round 3. No tight end should be picked that early. No tight end whatsoever. But you know what? If it wasn't for that little blunder there, then I'd have to go with Peyton Manning. Just like you said, Peyton Manning going before Tom Brady. What are you thinking?
Yeah, true that.
All right, round 4, here we go. All right, for my good pick, I got a tie. Wes Welker was drafted 8th, while Reggie Bush was drafted 10th. So, why do I think these are my good picks? Well, Wes Welker got drafted by Arnold Rodri, and his other wide receiver is Calvin Johnson. So he's got 2 pretty good wide receivers right there. And I gotta go with Reggie Bush with forgetting Brandon Marshall. Jeez, this guy's got my last 3 good picks. But come on, he's got a great team now. He's got Adrian Peterson and Reggie Bush. This guy's winning the running back trophy right here.
Yes, before I had pretty good round. I didn't have a favorite pick. I thought it was a pretty decent round. But after hearing this, looking at it again, I think Reggie Bush is a pretty good pick in that round. End of the 4th, why not? The running backs start to die off a bit. It's a pretty stellar, pretty safe pick. I think it was pretty good. Before we start with bad picks, I'm going to put a bit of a disclaimer, or else we would have the same person. The middle of the round went Percy Harvin. The man didn't really pay attention, the Big Tabowski, so he stuck the sticker on, and then we dropped the bomb and told him he was gone for the year. So, I mean, douchey on our behalf, yes. Stupid on his behalf, yes. But let's move on to the other bad picks of this round.
So, my bad pick has to go to the placebo effect in drafting Colin Kaepernick.
I agree. That was a good one.
I'm glad we agree on something. But yeah, I mean, come on now. I know the guy had a wicked season last year, but, you know, for me personally, I've never been a fan of a guy entering his 2nd year. There's always that sophomore slump.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I don't think Kaepernick's going to be as good as he was last year, and this is way too early to pick him.
Agreed. I don't need to say anything more. That was it. Kaepernick. Round 5. Good pick. I'm going to give Chris here some chops. I thought Darren Sproles was really solid. I really wanted him. I needed a quarterback, so I didn't take him. But I really wanted Darren Sproles, and I thought he was going to fall, so I thought that was a pretty good pick on your behalf.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Never had to go ask him to do that, but it's a pretty good pick.
Yeah. And you know what? That's my good pick too. So, enough said. Yeah, I gotta agree with you on both of them. I also have a tie here. I mean, picking the Houston defense that early, and like you said, before the Seahawks and the 49ers, come on, man, what are you thinking? And Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, listen up, Ian, who is the Big Tabowski. You have Tom Brady already. What the hell do you need
and
Ben
Percy Harvin?
Why do you need Ben Roethlisberger as your backup? There are so many better players that you can pick, but you decide to get a backup quarterback.
That wraps up the first 5 rounds. We'll come back and shoot at a later date. We got rounds 6 to 10 and then 11 through 15 to go. If you don't mind, there's a beautiful, beautiful beach behind me. I'm going to go for a swim. See you later.